one big source of happiness for us every single week is the mitzvah of Shabbat, that we go and get the rest on Shabbat, but not just going to sleep kind of rest. Parshat Vayetchanan says that Hashem commands us to keep the Shabbat. Why? He says the pasuk, because I am the one who took you out of Egypt, and therefore you are not Paro slave anymore. Rather, you are a Eved Hashem, you are a servant of Hashem. So the question becomes, I understand why in other places in the Torah Hashem says, keep the Shabbat because I created the world in 6 and rest on the 7th, so you also have to rest. But what does Egypt have to do with Shabbat? Just because you took me out of Egypt, so now I have to keep Shabbat? So the Aryeh Kaplan, Allah Hashem explained, based on what Chazal say, that really, if you do not keep Shabbat, you know what's going to happen to you? You're going to be a slave, just like you were in Egypt. And we're a slave to what? Slave to your phone, slave to your job, slave to the news, slave to everything that goes on in mundane during the week. So how do you make yourself not a slave again like you were in Egypt? Is by keeping Shabbat. When you keep Shabbat, you're not a slave to all the mundane things. People think, what are you? You ever ask somebody, what do you do? You know, they're asking you in your life, what do you do? So the guy says, I'm a lawyer, I'm a doctor, I'm in real estate, I'm in this, I'm a jeweler. They identify, in America, you identify your job as who you are. But there was one guy who says, no, what do? I'm an Eved Hashem. I serve Hashem. On the side, I work. On the side, I have a job. On the side, when I have free time, I make parnasa. But at the end of the day, the person has to ask himself, what am I? Who am I? Am I my work? Am I all day what's going during the week? That's not who I am. You want to know who I really am? See me on Shabbat. See me on Shabbat, and what I really cut myself off from all that stuff, the distractions, and then I'm able to really be myself, really be with my family, really internalize, what am I, did I grow this week, who am I, where am I going, make a self-evaluation, connect to my neshama deeply. That's only accomplished on the Shabbat. So therefore, they say you have to realize when are you not going to be a slave and be overworked and exhausted and focus too much with negativity, is when you don't cut yourself off from the weekdays without the Shabbat. When you do cut yourself off, when you do put that on the side and just rest on Shabbat and connect to your neshama, that is a great way to constantly keep our happiness going. Therefore, also, the Gemara says that Shabbat is 1/60th of Olam Haba. It's 1/60th of the world to come. Why is it 1/60th of the world to come? Just like the world to come, whatever you prepare now is what you're going to have in Olam Haba. You cook Erev Shabbat, you're going to have Shabbat also. Just like Shabbat, if you prepare Osvo before, you're going to have Osvo on Shabbat. If you don't prepare before, you're not going to have. So too, that's how Olam Haba is. So therefore, a person has to learn from the Shabbat that you're happy with what you have. Whatever you have, that's what you're going to take. Once you do your effort, that's it. There's nothing else to think about. There's nothing else to worry about. I did what I was able to do, and I'm happy with what I have. That's the lesson the Shabbat gives us, and this is also giving us joy, this concept of being happy with what you have. And we have to remember, everything's temporary. Don't sweat and don't stress too much from all the things that don't go right in the week. Why? Because it's all temporary. Shabbat reminds us there's going to be Olam Haba soon. So therefore, the Chafetz Chaim, they have a story with the Chafetz Chaim, alav shalom, where a visitor came and he stayed by the Chafetz Chaim's house, and he saw the Chafetz Chaim's house looked dilapidated. It looked like there was no furniture, barely any furniture. It looked very, very simple home. He said, Rabbi, you're such a well-known rabbi. You're so distinguished. You're respected. This is your home. This is a respectable person's house. Rabbi, where's all your furniture? He said to him, let me ask you a question, Mr. Visitor. He says, where's your furniture? How come you don't have your furniture with you? He says, what do you mean? I don't live here. I'm a visitor. I'm only here temporarily. Why should I bring all my furniture with me? He says, exactly. Me too. I'm also just a visitor. I'm also here temporarily. Soon we're all going to go to Olam Haba. So what do I need to bring all my furniture with me? What do I need to be so worried about all this stuff? Therefore, the Shabbat reminds us that everything's temporary. It's going to be Olam Haba soon. So even when you don't get it your way, don't stress out too much about it. It's only temporary.